Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is healthy and safe. Today we are going to be continuing with our Smith family budget, and this time we're going to be working with a new chart. This chart breaks down everything into a line item so that we can see a little clearer where they are spending their money and where maybe they could make some changes to have more savings or to be able to cover their bills each month. So the first thing we're going to look at is our incoming, which we already know. We know our take-home pay, and that take-home pay is $5,903.20. For today, we are only going to be looking at this column here last month, the information we know. We'll be working with the next month on another lesson. So we know we're incoming. There's also a line here for other, interest, profit from sales. This would be if you made additional money minus your take-home pay, or in addition to your take-home pay. So if you received interest on a savings account that has interest attached to it, or if you sold something that month, if you sold a car or some products on eBay or something along those lines, any additional pay that you may have would go here. Looking over the Smith's family budget, they do not have any additional income. So their total is $5,903.20. Get into the habit of always, even if there's a zero, always pulling down so that your total line is full. All right. So what we're going to focus on today we're going to be looking at expenditures. Now, expenditures are what you spend your money on. And there are two sections of expenditures. There are fixed obligations, and then there's discretionary expenses. So fixed obligations are money that you put out, bills that you pay that you have to pay. They're the same each month. Sometimes they can adjust month to month, but you still have to pay something. They could change year to year or every 5 years, depending on your setup. So typically a mortgage is set up for 15 or 30 years, and you will be paying that every month for 15 years or 30 years, depending on the type of mortgage that you purchase. A mortgage is when you go to buy your house. You set up a mortgage payment. Rent, on the other hand, is you are renting or leasing a space from a landlord, and you pay month to month. And typically a lease for renting is a 1-year length. Some people do 5 years where it's frozen so that, if property increases in the area, your rent is not increased. You can get like a held rent, but most leases are for 1 year. So after that year, if you find out that your apartment is just too expensive, you could break your lease and go elsewhere. If you break your lease if it's a year lease and you break your lease prior to 1 year, sometimes there's a fine for that. So these are fixed, meaning you have to pay them. So we're going to look at the fixed obligations right now. So first we have the mortgage and rent. So we're going to look back at our Smith family bank statement, and we're going to find where they paid their rent, which is right here. And their rent was $1,400. We're going to pop back to our monthly chart, and we're going to put $1,400. That is fixed. We cannot change it. Education expenses. So this could be if you're paying for college, it would be a set price. You have to pay it. If you're paying, in the case of the Smith family, they are paying a student loan. And if we look back, there's going to be some bouncing back and forth. So if we look back at the Smith family bank statement and we go through it, we will see that they had a student loan of $100. In addition to this, they also went to a professional conference. This could be considered an education opportunity, something to learn for their work. So we are going to add that into student expenses because it's considered education. So that would be a total of $175 for their budget. $175. Now, that professional conference was a one-time thing, we're assuming. We don't know if they go month to month. So we can work with that for next month. But that is where you would want to put that. Any work related. Now, if you are in a job that sends you to conferences often, it may be something that you want to separately line item and create its own block for that. Insurance. All insurances are on a monthly basis. Most auto insurances are now on a 6-month lock-in. So you are locked into that auto insurance for 6 months, meaning you're paying the same rate or your negotiated rate for 6 months. And then after that 6 months, you could adjust. Now, in the state of New Jersey, you can adjust your insurance at any time. You can change providers at any time. But you may never be without insurance. There can never be a lull in your insurance. So you can't, for example, leave Geico on Monday and not pick up Progressive insurance until Friday. That would be a lull in your insurance. You always must be covered in some way. So we're going to start back here with medical insurance. So if we look back at our chart, the very first note, the very first thing is medical insurance, and they pay $100 a month for their medical insurance. So we're going to put that over in our budget, $100 for medical insurance. Life insurance. It is not stated that the Smith family has any life insurance that I can see. Let me double check that I didn't place it in. No, I do not see any life insurance. So we're just going to you can always put a line or a 0. You always want to fill in every square so that you know that you've gone through each square. You never want to leave anything blank. Auto insurance. Now, auto insurance is different than car payment. So let's find auto insurance. Auto insurance is right there, and they are paying $61.24 for their auto insurance each month. So we're going to fill that in. 61. Oh, what was it? 61. $61.24. And then other, we're going to leave blank at this moment in time. So we'll just draw a line through that. Monthly payments or installments on loans. Now, so this could be where you could put your student loan here, but we like to separate it out so that you have a better understanding of where that money's going. That is a student loan that has to be paid. These monthly payments and installment loans would be if you were to take out a loan to work on your house, or if you want to, spend money on, or if you take out a loan for, trying to think what else. So a loan to work on your house. It also includes, which we do have with the Smith family, is your credit card payments. If you are making, you have to make, if you're spending on your credit cards, you have to make a monthly payment. Now, this could be a minimum payment of $25 a month. You could pay off your credit every month. That's up to you. So there are several factors here that we need to add in. They have credit card payments. I'm going to, let me see, move down a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to move to this blank area so that I can write here. If we go through their line item, they have a Capital One card payment for $252.87. And that was Cap One. That's a credit card payment. They also have a Nordstrom's card payment, which is $175.83. Working our way down, they also have, I have my monthly bank statement printed out just for ease for me, if that might help you rather than going back and forth. They also have a car payment. So when you purchase a car, just like when you purchase a house, you set up a payment plan. And most of the time, those payment plans are for 5 years with interest. So they have a car payment each month of $350, and that is a set price. And that is very similar to a loan. And that looks like it. I don't think I missed any. I think we're good. So the total here would be, doing old school math, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17, would be $778.70. Please let me know if you get something different and if I did my math wrong. So we are going to move that price up, $778.70. And 70 cents. And so that is their monthly payments or installments on loans. So they had a car loan. That's a set price of $350 each month. The Nordstrom and Capital One cards are going to change monthly depending on how you pay. So if you pay the minimum fee, which is based off of how much you spent on the card or how much is sitting idle on the card, that you owe, or if you pay it off each month, what that amount would be. So that is what I would like for you to fill in today, is just our fixed obligations. And if you've watched this video, you will have that done. Tomorrow we are going to continue with flexible expenditures. These are things that we have control over and can adjust according to our financial needs. All right, I will message me if you have any questions. I will be here for you. And that is all you are filling out today, is the first section of the chart. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.